when I joined in 2005, and it was like your brief is your brief. You stick to your brief. You don't come off your brief. It's your brief. Left hand directional search to the ground floor. I was literally trained to go past a fire if it wasn't my brief, which is just madness. And thankfully I never did it for real. But it's yeah, yeah, we definitely need to come away from that. It's interesting you say about the Swedish fire because I've got a mate. He was actually one of my sub officers at training school. He now lives in Sweden and he's a firefighter in Sweden. And he thinks they should introduce entry control officers in Sweden, and he's having that debate now because what basically for the purposes because there's a few people who will they'll operate past their limits within the job and have ended up having to flipping rip masks off, spilling smoke, etc., etc. He's also got a thing, he says in Britain, why we stick together like we're stuck together at the hip, aren't we? And in Sweden, if they're in a two up, two down, they'll go in the front door. One will go right, one will go left if they're searching, and they'll whip round the ground floor in a couple of minutes.